You've been on both sides of this because you've been the player that wants this to just operate as a meritocracy, right? Who's doing the best right now. But you've been a coach, too, and you understand how to promote a guy's confidence. What do you think of this strategy?
Well, you know what? I'm with Jeff on this, to be honest with you. I think, and I love Coach Brown. I think he's done an unbelievable job. But the chemistry that you had last year and where that team got to last year, I don't think I would have broke that up at this particular time. Not at the start of the season. You know, J.J. Riddick in that lineup is a threat, is a big-time threat. Everybody knows that. He's a great catch-and-shoot guy, maybe one of the best in this league, if not the best. So the way they were playing last year, I would have kept that starting lineup together.
Take a look.
Right now.
Right?
I would have kept it together. Now,
First.
yeah, I mean, I would have probably went 20 or 30 games before I would have even thought about bringing folks into that lineup. But I think it is a gamble, a big-time gamble. But why mess with something that was going so well? Yeah, first. The best in the NBA.
So I feel very strangely about this. I agree with everything Jeff said, but at the end he said whether it's a long-term fit remains to be seen. Well, that's what they want to see. And I think that's worth seeing. I think it's worth looking. I think it's worth eating some short-term pain to figure out if that lineup works. They're good enough in the East to still win a lot of games. I'm pessimistic about whether that lineup will actually work. I think he's better coming off the bench. There's also the possibility, like, those numbers don't automatically carry over to this season. The league has now seen that lineup for a year. It failed against the Celtics in the playoffs. Like, that lineup may well have hit its ceiling, and this may be worth trying. That said, I do think ultimately the Riddick lineup will be better this season than the Fultz lineup, and I bet the Sixers even know that or expect that.
Right. I mean, what about him as a trade piece? Because obviously the Sixers have been involved in some of the big trade discussions. Kawhi last year, there's been some question about whether they want to be involved in the Jimmy Butler discussions with Minnesota. Markelle as a trade piece has come up, and if he plays more, is that giving other teams more information? Is that other information they're getting good? Does it matter? Is it more important that the Sixers just get that information? How does that influence it?
I don't even think they're thinking about that.
Okay.
Other teams are certainly looking at him and saying they're getting information. I don't think it can be any worse than the information they already had last year.
Weren't some teams asking for him last year, though, and the Sixers didn't want to put him in?
Sure, no, they haven't. To my knowledge, they have not put him into anything, whether it's Kawhi or Jimmy or anything like that. I don't think the Spurs actually wanted him. Right. Because how can you even begin to know what you have at this point?
Right.
Right.
No, I agree with you. I think
I'm
right
not
now,
advocating for him to be traded. It's
No.
the reality of
But
what's
his
going
play
on.
this year is going to dictate what happens, I think, in the future, as far as Philly is concerned. If he's going to be a major piece to that franchise, or if he's going to be a piece that they can kind of package together to get another piece that makes them even a better team.
Look, it's very rare. He and Simmons are two of the most unusual players in the whole league. It is very rare to have two perimeter players who are mostly or totally unwilling to shoot from outside the elbow. Like that, you just don't see that in the NBA anymore. Now, they're super talented, but it's just very unusual.
And it clearly wasn't the intention when the Sixers drafted him.
No.